David's book here, Brand Intervention. That's a book and a half. It's like 2 books. I've read it 3 times. And after the first read through, I realized that most brands basically suck. I mean, at what they're trying to do. I mean, you see stuff on TV, you hear it on the radio and on social media, and it's just like it doesn't inspire you. So, I've read this book, Brand Intervention, 3 times. And my key takeaways from this book: you can't use the same messages that other people are using. If other people are saying that it's great and it's got this feature and that benefit, don't say the same thing, because what makes yours any better or different? What's going to make people want to buy? If you say the same thing, it's like the only thing that the difference is going to be is price. How much does yours cost? You don't want to sell something based on just the price. You want to sell something based on value. Why is it better than your competition's version of the same thing? Why the heck is it better? You got to tell people that stuff. And this is one of David's things that he says, one of the key takeaways in this book. Don't use the same messages. Also, don't use cliches. Don't make people cringe when they hear it. Not at all. That doesn't work. Also, if your product, your brand is what your reputation is. Your brand needs to be relevant. It needs to have relevance to and benefit for the recipient. Also, it needs to awaken people, get them, hey, I want to go get that. Something's got to, and a wow factor. Wow, I have to go get that thing. Whatever it is, has to have a wow factor. Also, one of the key takeaways in this great book is that price and value, as I kind of just mentioned, are 2 different things all together. 2 different things. The price is what it costs. And it may be the same price or maybe a little different than the competitor's version of the same thing. But why is yours better? And how you present that value, the benefit to the customer, the client, is the key. And those are the key takeaways from David Breyer's book, Brand Intervention. I've read it 3 times. Before I read it at all, my brand was like, well, you know, my name's Chris, and I got stuff here. I do voice work, and I'm a one-stop shop. I do voice work, and I produce your video. I do brand stories, and I put you all around the table. You know, okay, tune this guy out, change the channel. He sucks. And that's kind of what my brand was. After I read Brand Intervention through 1 time, I'm like, you know, I'm going to give you 3 different levels of enthusiasm. And after the first read,
well, I was like, you know, this is a great book. I'm already implementing some of the stuff in this great book, and the way David describes it, I just think it's great. I'm gonna do it. I get a few more likes and follows and engagement on my social media stuff.
After the second read, my enthusiasm got a little more, and I came out of my little, I call it a Merv voice, and I'm like, you know, that's good stuff. Now we're cooking now. We're cooking. We got good stuff going, and everything David is saying in this book, I gotta get it all working today. I gotta implement that stuff in my social media and get the messaging out and get everything out, because I'm great. I'm gonna go viral. That's after the second read of this. And after the third read of this, so I've done 3, and it's gonna be a 4th and a 5th, and after that third, I'm like, holy crap! Why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I do it before? You know, why? Because this is so great, it's so beautiful, and it is so common sense too. But common sense, this book is wonderful. Again, the key takeaways: you can't use the same messages as your competitor. Don't use cliches, things that sound just bad. Your brand, your product must be relevant. There must be a need for it. Your brand needs to awaken people, has to have a wow factor, like, wow, I gotta have that now. I want expedited delivery. Like, how soon can you get it to me? That kind of thing. Also know that value and price are 2 different things. Price is the price, it's a number. Can you put a value on a number? Well, if 2 exactly the same products, different brands, different manufacturers, cost the same, which one do you buy? If neither one of them has a really wow factor brand message, then you'll pick the one that's cheaper. But what makes yours better? It's how you perceive. It's how you do it. This is the stuff I'm getting, and this is the stuff I have gotten from Brand Intervention. And this is just a great book.
It's a good book. You should get it.